On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
To Houston. He didn't say he went to the club. It wasn't no 12 a.m. He came into Houston, a city he's only been one time, right? And as a friend, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come and show him out, go take him to eat, etc. You doing a different type of example.
Hold on, Elijah. Hold on, Elijah. Real quick. Like I think that what's going on, Rilla? I think that we really like honing in on this situation. I honestly don't think Anton meant it that way. He was using himself as an example. I think that we just really digging in on it, but I really don't think it's meant that way. I think the overall thing is it some men you can kick it where they won't try nothing? Yeah. I believe it is so. But there are a lot of men that, depending on the situation, if they invite you to their room in their house, that sex is on their mind. They may not try nothing, but sex is on their mind. It's not everybody, but in most cases, in my opinion, I believe that sex is on their mind.
As much as she know that I'm not in no way, shape, or form interested in busting that down. As much as that's why I emphasize I've been married for this long. Q know me, that's my sister, and all of this other type of stuff. At the end of the day, if I respected her to that extent, I'm not coming into town by myself and inviting her up to my hotel room in the first place. If I invite you to my hotel
but you're
room,
wanting us to be accountable for what the man should have been doing. We're just answering the question as you gave it. You didn't give us his backstory.
Since y'all already know.
But listen, you didn't give us a backstory. We're answering the question as you gave it. But I think in your mind,
I didn't ask you the question. I asked you.
Okay, well, I said you
asked
us.
I gave her the backstory before I actually asked one.
But listen, we don't know.
Can I go though? This is the thing.
Anton, your backstory
is you two. Hold on. Okay, I'll go. Let me say something.
I can't hear.
Hold on. Hold on. I've been real quiet.
I've been quiet too.
Hey, y'all, we got to talk one at a time. Otherwise, they can't hear us. We got to talk one at a time. So let's figure it out. Come on, y'all.
Anton, your backstory. The fact that you know Q, the fact that you've met her before, the fact that she knows Rita, all these things, you gave that backstory. And then you asked her, so what if I invited you up to my room? I would say the same thing she said. Like, oh, okay, so you trying to order some room services? Rita there? What's going on?
Y'all daddy ain't never told y'all don't never go to a man hotel room unless
you were trying to be some kind
of a stranger.
Why do you want somebody to think that about you, Anton? We know you're a good guy.
You're not
so disingenuous.
Hold on, Kay. Like I didn't get that. Like I didn't get that impression that he was thinking. I just got it. He was using that as an example.
But he's not accepting Q's answer, and she.
No, I did accept.
Okay, then how do you feel about it, Kay? You know, should sex be expected, Kay? Okay, I'm gonna come to you. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Should sex be expected if you accept the invitation to the home? Why not?
Because people get to choose what they do, and it doesn't depend on anything else. I mean, that's what consent is all about. It's not just what. Can you imagine going in front of a judge and being like, well, she came to my house. So like, no, that's not how anything works. That is not something that people should expect. That's dangerous thinking. You absolutely should not be expecting something like that from just somebody based on them coming to your house. Now, if there's different, like, you know, relationships that people have, maybe somebody you're married and, you know, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, long-term, whatever, maybe y'all have like something else that you could expect. But in general, absolutely not.
Okay, I got another question for you. And again, we're just having a conversation. I'm not saying one way or another, but I just know how things operate. So I know you have that mindset, but do you think that most men expect sex if you go up to their room or go to their house?
I don't know what they think, but
I'm just saying it don't have to be you personally, but just friends, situations.
You tell me.
No, I'm talking about from a woman's perspective, not from a man's perspective.
From a woman's perspective, what do I think a man thinks? Okay.
I said based off what you've seen.
Okay. I don't think so. I don't think I in my life, you know, before I was, you know, in a relationship and all this, I don't hang around those types of dudes. So I've never felt like, oh my goodness, I'm here. This means blah, blah, blah. I don't feel that way. Like people are way smoother than that. I don't understand this question. Like, JR, do you expect that anytime a woman comes anywhere to your room, your house, anything? Is that what you expect? Yes or no?
Most of the time I have.
And it's not even whether or not we expect it or not. It's about whether or not you guys are naive. I'm not expecting to bust down Q. That's not the point. The point is that you guys should never go up to a man's hotel room if you're not expecting to do something.
What?
But Anton, can I have a question? Can I say something first?
I might not do nothing, but that ain't got nothing to do with general.
I got your Q. Jesus.
And that's dangerous rhetoric.
Exactly.
But spreading to people.
Jesus Christ. This is crazy. Maybe
it's
I'm
literally
just
dangerous. Some people look at you as a role model, Anton, and for you to be saying something like that is very irresponsible.
This ain't got nothing to do with me. This got something to do with your inability to not be naive.
No,
I clearly just said that I wouldn't do anything. No. Because you're not gonna try to pay me. Listen, I'm willing to be a bad guy in a lot of situations, but not this one. The point that I was using as it was an example. The point that I'm using is that no matter how cool the person is, if they are not related to you and they invite you up to their hotel room, don't go. I don't care how cool it is. Do not go up to a man's hotel room without expectations to do something. Now, that don't mean that I'm gonna do something because I would never touch Q because I'm just a certain type of guy. But that don't mean that another person is not as cool with Q as I am, that won't invite her up to the hotel room, and she should not be in any man's hotel room unless she's expecting to do something.
I get how you're
trying to paint it out like I'm a bad guy.
But Anton, can I
hold on, we're gonna go to Q. We're gonna go to Q. We're gonna go to Q, y'all. Hey, y'all, we're gonna go to Q.
Me answering that question does not mean I'm going to meet Joe, Henry, and Bob in their hotel rooms. I'm going off because I know you. I know what type of man you are. I hung out with you and your wife. So just because I said yes to that because I know you doesn't mean I'm gonna meet up with J Prince or JB and X, Y, and Z. No.
Exactly.
So I think that example that you used was really a bad example. You should have used someone I've never met. I've never came in contact that I know. I don't know.
I'm using an extreme example to say I don't care if it's me. If you're not expecting to do something, don't go up to a man's hotel room.
So like during the tours, if you want to have a team meeting, y'all better all go back to your room and do it remotely because you know what that means.
That's what they got lobbies for. They got conference rooms, they got lobbies, they got a lot of different things in a hotel that you can tap into in order to be able to have a conversation. Am I crazy?
Weird. Okay.
Am I the off one here?
I mean, it's because I have homeboys that came into town and we hung out and we haven't done nothing. So I think I'm a good judge of character. And
don't keep pushing the narrative.
Because no, I'm not pushing the narrative. It's because I'm not doing that with people I would not know like that, or I know would take advantage or use that to their benefit. That's the thing. Like if I met people in this chat, hey, I'm in Houston, you want to link up? I don't even link up with them outside. You think I'm gonna link up with them? They come to Houston, hey, I'm in town. I'm at this is bar. I don't even go outside.
I think what's the point that's getting like this is insane right now. This is what he's saying. We go out to the club. I meet Melanie. We go do a show or whatever, right? We go out, we have fun, we drink, right? I call Melanie and say, hey, Melanie, can you come up to my room? Now, I will have an understanding in my mind as a man of why would I want Melanie to come to my room at 12 o'clock at night, right? So now let's get that understanding. I'm telling you, men have an understanding. So now if Melanie come to my room at 12 o'clock at night, what is she really expecting?
But Logic, that was an example, sir. Anton said he came into Houston. He didn't say he went to the club. It wasn't no 12 a.m. He came into Houston, a city he's only been one time, right? And as a friend, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come and show him out, go take him to eat, etc. You doing a different type of example.
Hold on, Logic, real quick. Like I think that we what's going on, Rilla? I think that we really like honing in on this situation. I honestly don't think Anton meant it that way. He was using himself as an example. I think that we just really digging in on it, but I really don't think it's meant that way. I think the overall thing is it some men you can kick it where they won't try nothing? Yeah. I believe it is so. But there are a lot of men that, depending on the situation, if they invite you to their room in their house, that sex is on their mind. They may not try nothing, but sex is on their mind. It's not everybody, but in most cases, in my opinion, I believe that sex is on their mind.